Good evening and welcome to another HS Gaming live stream. I am Max Rider, otherwise known as Gareth. I am here with one of my crewmates. I have Hugh, the Burning Blob, joining me on Star Trek Online. Hopefully later we will have a Wayne. We are doing a special. We don't normally stream on a Tuesday, but we're doing a special as Star Trek Online has had a brand new update today. Star Trek Age of Discovery. They have brought in a new tutorial and two brand new missions, all set in the Discovery era, complete with new ships, new uniforms, new character ideas, and a completely revamped task force system and a new tier to the reputation system, tier 6, with lots of pretty lovely rewards. So I am going to run through character creation. I will also go through a step-by-step how-to guide on how to do things, as I know some of the people that were going to join me tonight can't anymore. This would be one of their first characters in Star Trek Online, and they would probably get a lot out of learning how to do things without me just saying, click up at the top left. They'll actually be able to see it.
Who are we missing?
JP was going to join us, but he is away for work.
Ah.
Forgot it was Tuesday. He thought we were doing it today as part of MMO Monday. He didn't realise it was a day thing. And obviously Vicky previously expressed an interest in joining us for Star Trek Online, though that has yet to actually happen. Yeah. Right, so Age of Discovery comes with a extra character slot for everyone for free, which was cool given that I have used up all my character slots and then some. As you can see, I have a lot of characters. This one's my main, Max Outrider on the USS Spitfire, flying class. Ferengi, Vulcan, original series guy, Romulan lady, Dorian lady, original series engineering Tellarite, Jem'Hadar that's linked with the Klingon Empire, a Trill that's currently stuck in the tutorial. I heard from the people at Cryptic saying that they can't move her on, annoyingly, so I'm going to have to delete her. But it means I lose my Delta recruits on her. Annoying. My main Klingon, flying a bird of prey. I have a rescued Borg human as my main Federation engineering character, flying a Sovereign. My Gorn science officer. He's currently flying a bird of prey, but eventually he will be flying the Gorn science ships, as they have all the sciencey stuff thing on side. This is my Romulan, not my Riemann tactical officer, part of the Romulan Republic, aligned with the Klingon Empire. Eventually he will be flying a scimitar. This is my Nausicaan. He's currently flying a Raptor, but eventually he will be flying a Nausicaan warship with all its strain capabilities. This is my main Dominion character. He's a tactical officer allied with the Federation, and he flies a Jem'Hadar heavy escort. It's my main science officer. She flies a Intrepid class. Might notice that my mains all fly cannon ships. My Romulan science officer, allied with the Federation, currently flying a intelligence ship with buffs and everything, while he's trying to get mastery on that one. This here is my Riemann engineer. She is currently neutral. I haven't got to the mission where they choose sides yet. She will eventually join the Federation. This is my engineering Jem'Hadar. He is an ally of the Federation. He's currently flying a Dreadnought, Gemini Dreadnought, trying to get the mastery, and then he'll move onto the classic Gemini warship from the Deep Space Nine series. So I managed to get that out of one of the locked boxes. This here is my Cathar rival. I don't remember the name of the species now. Damn it! They changed it from what it was supposed to be in the actual series because of conflicting copyright issues. She's currently flying something. Why did what? Oh well.
Poor game, guys. Poor game.
Yeah. Romulan engineering lady. She's flying a warbird. She is allied with the Klingon Empire. She's going full Klingon. She's going full all hail Empress Sealer. So that warbird will be eventually a tier 6 warbird fitted out with disruptors and
Empress Sealer.
Empress Sealer. All hail Empress Sealer.
Yeah. All hail.
Yeah. This is my science Riemann. He's allied with the Klingon Empire. He's only level 18, so he's currently flying one of the level up ships. He actually will be flying intel ships properly eventually. And this is my Orion engineering lady. She flies an Orion tier 5 ship at the moment. It's the Orion carrier. She uses the Orion fighters that steal energy credits from people. It's cool. As long as they're NPCs, they don't steal it from players. Anyway. New character! So I need a coin to flip, because we have a choice of human, Vulcan, or customizable alien. So as I theme my characters, I want to play in the Star Trek universe. Playing a Star Trek character, I build something within the canon, races and things, and try and keep my ships fairly canon as well.
Cannons.
I already know I want to be a science officer, and I want them to be a female, but it's whether human or Vulcan. Currently I only have one viewer, otherwise I would normally go to my viewers and say, hey guys, what would you like me to play as, a human or a Vulcan? But you're my only viewer at the moment here, so... Hey viewers, what would you like me to play as?
Flip a coin!
I don't have any coins in here.
Go onto a random number generator.
I do have my Star Wars dice app, actually. I have my Star Wars dice app.
Success. Fail. Disadvantage.
It can roll normal dice.
I've just discovered that I'm trying to match the scaling options, the torso scaling options and all that, to my other small character. My other small character has additional things on there that this male character doesn't.
Because
like
female.
Bust size, yeah. But the problem is, I was expecting that, but ribs height is on the female one, but not on the male one. So I've got ribs size, but no ribs height.
Okay, so I have a D8 currently on my Star Wars Dice Roller app, the Star Wars Gaming. Odds, it'll be a human. Evens, it'll be a Vulcan. You rolled a 1. Odds, human it is. So we have a human female science officer. So those of you who've never played Star Trek Online and watching this and figuring out what you're doing, you can click these buttons up here, and it'll give you a breakdown of your different keys for your species and for your class. So each class has different bonuses and different powers. They have a lot of different capabilities. So engineering is your healer tank, you say here? And on ground they get to build all those cool shit as well. They build little fortresses, you and your castles of doom.
Good.
I agree, they are good. I've got several of my engineering characters as builder characters, and the orbital strike just looks awesome when you do it. And with the new level 60 to level 65 stuff, you've got an extra power now with the level 63 unlocks for each class. I've only just started finding out those, as the tactical one is like an area buff or damage output. Your engineering one, intrusive energy redirection can reduce multiple targets' power settings to weapon and auxiliary systems, and transfers some of that power to your own weapon and auxiliary system. Each target affected grants additional power and bonus weapon damage up to a maximum of 5 targets. That's pretty awesome. So you've got like this aura of sucky sucky doom, so they lose power, you gain power, and yeah. That's fun.
I have discovered. Well, firstly, I've accidentally I forgot what I was going to say. Oh no, that's right. Basically, for some reason, the character creation thing there had gone very weird, and like nearly all the settings had grayed themselves out. Okay, how am I supposed to do anything? I can still change the height and weight and all that stuff, but for some reason, I could not change uniform or anything at all.
For my viewers that don't want to play a Discovery character, you do obviously have choices here. So Starfleet and Klingon Defense Force were the original ones when the game launched. They were enemies at the time. They're now sort of allied. They're in what's called the alliance of all the races in the Alpha and Beta quadrants, up against every threat that the galaxy throws at them. Starfleet is your standard people that you've seen in Next Generation and all that. I have several unlocks because of I'm a lifetime subscriber. I've been playing this game since beta all the way back in 2010. I've also unlocked other species over the years through packs and expansions. So anything with a gold coin that you see a green tick on my screen, those are purchased. You got crap ton other ones for a free game. Got all these things to pick from.
I've restarted because nothing was showing even coins next to it or anything like that. So it decided I was wearing battle armor, but the battle armor looked awfully like just a shirt, simple. And it wouldn't let me change anything. It was like, okay.
Farazan. That's what the cat lady from Klingons was called. They're the rivals to the Caitians.
The annoying thing is I've started closing all my paint. So I've lost all the scaling things I'd taken snapshots of.
For people watching this and thinking, what faction shall I play? Starfleet's your bog standard one from Next Generation, DS9. Klingon is the enemy faction essentially. When you're PvPing, you can either do friendly PvP faction or like a war PvP. These days with the alliance system, it's more of a like rivalry sort of thing, I'd say. Romulan Republic is a neutral faction to begin with. I did show you one of my characters that hadn't made the faction choice yet. After you get to a certain mission in the process, the Romulans missions are amazing story-wise. Some of the best, and Romulan expansion is still considered one of the best expansions of the game. You pick. You're part of the Romulan Republic, not the Romulan Empire. You're the fledgling Romulan Republic that is surviving after the destruction of your homeworld from the supernova at Hobus that sent Spock back in time and created that alternate universe with the 2009 Star Trek movie. You pick whether to join the Federation or the Klingons. You can once you've joined them, you've got access to their ships and their missions, as well as your own missions following the Romulan storyline, which is brilliant. TOS Starfleet, Captain Kirk's Starfleet. you've got 10 levels worth of missions in the original series. The tutorial is amazing. Everything has got the old 60s film grain going on the screen, which is brilliant. It really adds to the atmosphere of it. And you've got original series-ified species, because like the Tellarites ended up with the later series of Next Generation, Enterprise and all that, with better makeups, capabilities and more money to pour in it. They ended up looking somewhat different to the Tellarites that you saw in the original series. The original series Tellarites in the Species Creator is actually separate to the ones that you find under the main Starfleet thing. These guys are actually known as 23rd century humans, Andorians, Tellarites and Vulcans. They're completely separate species. And as you have access to the original series style ship during your first 10 levels. If you bought the Agents of Yesterday, because it's part of the Agents of the expansion ship pack, you've got access to futuristic looking ships that can have a skin put on them that makes them look like original series ships, and they look absolutely fantastic. They look like they were taken straight out of the series, even though in the series you only ever saw a Constitution class. Dominion is brand new, came out with Victory is Life only recently. They are essentially made for players that have been around for a while, know what they're doing. You start at level 60, as you can see on the screen. So level 60 used to be the level cap. It's now 65. So there's not really much of a tutorial. You get thrown into the battle straight away. There's no pop-ups or anything that tell you what buttons to push, so if you're starting out fresh to the game, I would not advise playing Dominion straight away. They are cool. They do have a lot of story. The Victory is Life storyline is just DS9 brilliance. Over too soon, unfortunately. But there we go. Discovery is the brand new one that's come out today, and starts at the very beginning. You have a fresh tutorial, completely revamped, so it's a brilliant place to start, and it feeds into the actual series. Very, very awesome. Alright, I was also giving a rundown of the classes. So we've done engineering. It's your survivability tank, but they also have heals, hull heals. They have a few shield heals, don't they, here? But more personal shield heals, don't they? Engineers. I mean, with the bridge officers there, you can flash out your bridge officers with whatever powers you want. So you could build an engineer that's all damage if you want, or an engineer that's all about the sciencey powers healing. But they have innate bonuses towards certain fields. So with engineering, it's tanking, hull heals, and building stuff, building lots of cool things. Science is all about your medicine, your space wizardry, so creating gravity wells, distortion effects, dampening fields and things to slow people, making them. You're a buffer, debuffer, healer, and one of my friends, Derek, one of the crew, Derek, he has some serious space wizardry going on with one of his science characters that just gravity wells everything, and it is visually astonishing. Tactical is your pure DPS. They often fly the escort ships that are glass cannons. They're really good at criticals. They are your damage dealers. So if you're only really looking for damage dealers, you want to go tactical, but you are going to be squishy. Forewarning. Engineer is the survivable one. Don't dish out much damage. Science is somewhere in the middle. Right, so we go into science. Yeah. Right, appearance.
I got angry, and I've made. You'll see.
Why is it? Day 1 patch problems. That's very dark down the sides. They've definitely overshaded that. Right, I like to hit dice roll, randomize every. Ah, holy crap! Oh, there we go. I like to randomize stuff.
Funny.
And then build it from there. That way I have a more like natural feeling character.
See his hands more there. Enter a name, a name!
Right, we're starting out in Starfleet Academy. We're cadets, so we want. I don't particularly want an older character. I want a younger character. Let's have a look.
I figured I'm going to remake my... Not remake him, but, redesign his appearance at a later date.
Yeah.
Right now I need to come up with a name for him.
Looks a bit too much like Burnham. The eyes. Yeah. Original series Honeycomb.
I'm pretty sure that I was just skipping through, hitting random on captain name, and I'm pretty sure I came up with taxpayer.
Ensign Taxpayer. Oh, that's shiny.
Yes, your character looks a little bit more normal than mine does.
Well, I'm a human, not a random alien. Well, I did hit the dice rolling thing to get a random style. I'm happy with the eyes. Bit too shiny, really.
Mine has mine is the size of my my other tiny character, but with the hands of Shrek. And also he's got pink hair and a moustache.
Oh! Looks like Tilly hair, but not.
What am I doing? I should have thought about this. I need a character name. To the name depository. Or repository. One of the two. To the places where I have many character names. Where are my characters? Games. Tabletop. Oh, I forgot I need to have my Star Trek Online folder open for this. Open Star Trek Online folder. With all my key bindings. That's a big part of the game. Set the key bindings.
Yeah, I will be running through how to do that when I do my introduction. We get to Starfleet Academy. Don't like how the lighting isn't quite right in the generator anymore.
I am going to call him Lucius. Possibly Soren. Bollocks, I saw the other names at least.
Soren,
Soren, yeah.
like the guy from the the Generations film. The
That's a
bad
good
guy.
point. That's a good point. Now I can't, I really can't decide. Ooh. No, Lucius it'll be. Well, yes.
Button. Round a button. Round a button. Yeah, I like that. My science officer.
I don't know what to call the ship name. USS Harry. No. It came up with Potter, and all I could think was, I'll just change it. No. The USS Paranoia. Oh, Panoia. Not Panonia? No. Moving on. Mabel. The Welshman. Friedrich.
Lindsay Lacey Ueda. Donny Singh Ung. Known as Sol Rokus. Callie Kath San Canella. Julissa Scythia Afan, okay.
How is yours? Yours is doing all the names. Mine only ever went through the first name. It never did the additional.
You're an alien, not a human.
I see. Good point.
Ellen. I like Ellen. Okay. Ellen, Lesser, Duffield. Yeah, we'll keep that.
I didn't know whether to leave the captain name as the first name or not, because like character's name is the other thing. But if someone says Captain such and such, I don't want them to call me like if you refer to Captain Kirk, you don't say Captain James.
Yeah.
So I put my surname in there.
Yeah, formal. Yeah.
I think that's why I had my Simon Phoenix character is just Phoenix, which sounded stupid now that I don't think about it.
Yeah, mine's Outrider for my
if
main.
people don't recognise the character, then they wouldn't understand what I was doing.
I think I've got my character ready to go.
And your ship name is London?
USS London. It's not going to last long, because I'll get the starter pack. Once we're in.
Oh, hang on.
I'll end up getting that Walker class, won't I? And I'll name that one something different.
Good point, yeah. Well, I said the USS got Condor for me, so I changed it to Gondor. There we go. Engage.
Oop. Ooh, new UI. Look, it's discoveryfied. Loading training day.
I still can't believe how
Mine says
things
it's
have
patching.
changed. We hadn't heard from the Klingons for years. And now we have. Now, the Federation's at war. That was probably the last thing on my mind when I got here. It was the same for you,
Tilly.
right? We came to Starfleet Academy to become explorers.
I think this is
Not
the
all of us
trailer
are
I
fighters.
watched.
Some of us are engineers, healers, scientists. We've been working hard on the ground and in space. We learned how things worked on a starship. And we learned how to work as a team. We've been getting ready to boldly go where no one has gone before. And today's your big day. Today you graduate and begin your career as a Starfleet officer. It's gonna be amazing.
Yay, Tilly! That was actually very cool. Are you still watching yours?
It's still, yeah. I've really wanted my character to appear in one of those in that
In that opening scene.
cutscene.
Yeah. There's a few that looked a bit like mine, so I pretended that they were that one.
None of them look like mine. Are you down here as well somewhere?
I'm on training day number 776.
Ah.
For those watching that don't know where I saw that, stuff in the top right, training day 776. That's my map instance number.
I'm on 1033.
So during this tutorial, are you in your own? Okay, so I'm going to go through everything for brand new players that have
Whilst you do that,
never
I
played
can
Star Trek Online.
sort out my.
You're probably going to be doing exactly what I'm doing. You'll just be doing it quicker because I will be showing people how to do this. So
technical.
you've got your main window. Welcome to Star Trek Online. Today is graduation day, and you soon will be embarking on your training cruise, where the bulk of the ship is manned by cadets like yourself. Tutorial will introduce you to the basic controls of Star Trek Online, including movement, combat, and interacting with characters and objects. Continue! Okay, so Star Trek Online is your standard WASD. However, S and D are annoying because they...
Not quite AS.
Yeah, it's not strafe like the classic first-person shooter style. So I don't like that.
Change it back.
Yeah, I have changed it on my previous one so I can load up the keybind straight off, but I'm going to show you how. So, top right, we've got the cog, or you can hit escape on your keyboard, and you go to options. You've got your... Start from the beginning. You got your various options here, and you want the keybinds. So move left, move right. We don't like Q and E. I want that as A, and that as D, and turn left and right. How did that not do it? Ah, come on. There we go.
Is it a slash you got to put in the thing, isn't it?
What, for the load bind file?
Yeah.
So it is slash
And then the
chat, yeah, slash load bind or file text. So what I'm doing down in the chat bar at the moment is a more advanced thing. I've got keys and everything set up for background stuff from my other characters from macros. That's all a lot of much higher level stuff you don't need to know about as a brand new starter, but you can do you can save your key config so you don't have to constantly go into your options and change controls each time you create a new character, a new alt character. You can do, instead of load bind file, you can do save underscore bind underscore file space, then a file name ending .text. You're good to go. So I do that. Unknown command, did they change it?
Oh no, you might have missed because mine worked fine. I think it worked fine. Bind load.
Oh, bind load.
Bind underscore load underscore file.
Trying to talk people through how to do things, and I do it wrong myself.
As even popped up to show you that you're doing it correctly.
Yeah, there we go. That's better. Alright, changing a UI because I don't particularly want a chat window that tiny. I don't want my buttons, and I really do not like those fly-in things saying about such and such a person has acquired a tier 6 ship. I don't give a damn what people have been doing with their lockboxes, so I'm going to get rid of that first. Over on my right hand side I've got my minimap and a downward pointing arrow. Go over to the downward pointing arrow, hit notification settings. Open reward pack. Go away, go away. No more fly-in and no more yellow text coming up saying such and such has acquired a ship.
And now I know.
Have you never done that yourself?
I've done it on one character, but I completely forgot how to do it on all the other characters.
There you go. So that's how you do it. Go away flashing green thing. It's just telling me what's new in Age of Discovery. I already know all that. Right, I want more buttons down here. So I'm going to click the adjust number of trays button here. I want it to 3, as I will have lots of powers eventually, and I will have them set out how I want. Right, so currently my UI is getting a little better. I can drag this one however way I want. All these people talking here, you can have them on if you want. I generally don't like seeing the zone chat because it can get a bit unpleasant. So go away zone chat. System chat I get rid of as well. Okay, so we have my
Vanity filter off.
A and D doing what I want. Space is jump as normal. C to crouch. X goes into a zoomed in mode. While you're in combat, if you're in the zoomed in mode, you get a little buff. Plus 30 range damage. So if you're in combat and you're doing firing stuff, you want to be in zoomed in mode. Zoomed in mode and crouching. Crouch buff. Bonus dodge, but easier to hit by melee people. What's this? Small hypo, I don't want that there, I want that there. This is just my way of setting up the thing. What? I switched that off! Notification settings, open world, fine. Have they changed things? Don't tell me they've broken it.
Maybe you just need to
There you
change.
go. Yeah, they have changed it. It's now gameplay announcements, not open reward pack. Gameplay announcements, announcements that come in from in-game sources. This includes lockbox announcements. Go away. They've changed it. That one didn't exist before. I literally just set up a new character 2 days ago and did those settings. Okay, so if you want to move your other UI elements around, go to Escape or the cog and go Rearrange HUD. You can move everything to your heart's content. Unlike a lot of MMOs where it's all locked down, you can move it, you can hide it. These are things that you will end up changing a lot of, especially when you're in space. You want to change a lot of things anyway. Space, you have a lot of powers, and I think you can get as many buttons. Content. You can add more button rows, so in space you'll have extra options. Once you've got everything how you like it, if you go to your options, under HUD, you can save UI. While it says saves UI layout, keybinds and chat settings, it only does UI layout and chat settings unless they've fixed the keybind thing. But you can save it, and then any future characters you have, you go back to the HUD section of your options, hit load UI, and it'll load your preferences. So I've got my own preferences from other characters that I've already saved, so if I hit load UI, everything goes to the way I like it. So I've now got my tabs for my different chat settings, my windows are scaled how I like them, I've got my inventory scale proper how I like it, my character sheets scale in the way I like it. I really like the new UI, the discovery style UI with the background and everything. That looks really crisp and clean. Nice.
I have Tribble of Borg.
Oh yeah, you've been going into the Zen thread. Yeah, I will be getting that soon. The starter pack for Age of Discovery. Get the Walker class, the Discovery style weapons, tardigrade pack, pet. You get a tardigrade here.
I have no idea what that is.
You don't remember from Discovery?
I didn't pay too much attention.
So
Oops.
just gonna claim a few things. Just as if this game is brilliant as a free-to-play, you can pretty much play through the entire game. It's very little of it's locked down. All this stuff is stuff I've just picked up over the years. I mean, I've been playing since beta, which was 2010, so 8 years worth of gaming. Incredible, really. Game can hold your attention for that long. Granted,
Never
I don't play every
uninstalled
day,
it,
but yeah.
Yeah, there's one point I was just going to give my entire lifetime subscription to one of my friends, but then he never started playing, so I kept it.
Probably wise.
Yeah. And then I started playing,
Yeah.
and then I started playing even more, and then I started playing even more.
Right, so, power tray.
Why
This
is it still
button.
grayed out? The Age of Discovery start pack's grayed out. So do I have to?
Because
do
yeah, you
put
need to finish your tutorial for it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It says it in the text.
Yes, it does. Yes.
So power tray for setting your powers. It's here. You can drag and drop. So my small hypo that I've got in my inventory here is within my powers, so I can plonk that there. I've got my Tribble of Borg. Sounds like halfway between a Tribble and a 56k modem.
Tilly is twice my height, and yeah, my person comes up to her.
Wave. Hi, Tilly.
Hey, there you are. Are you excited? I am very excited. Pretty soon we'll be reporting for duty on the cadet training cruise.
That we will. I'm assuming you know your assignment.
Are you kidding? I set up a triple-layer alarm sequence to notify me when the post.
I would say that in a very weird alien way.
Some of Captain Schaefer's staff. 2 words.
That we will. I'm assuming you know your assignment. Does that sound alien enough?
That's how you now have to do the rest of all the dialogue in that voice. Congratulations, that's quite an honor, especially for a junior.
Right? I'm still not sure if this
Congratulations! That's quite an honor, especially for a junior.
Before I forget, Lifeson is looking for you. Actually, I think I see him over there.
Finnegan.
Should probably find out what he wants.
That's a great callback. Original series, Finnegan. There's an episode where Kirk meets an old classmate from the academy, Finnegan, and he talks about Finnegan's pranks and everything. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Lead the way.
A lot of this is very similar to the tutorial that previous Federation characters have gone through, so people that played the game before will recognise a lot of it. It's been enhanced.
Too fast.
Why is this still showing flashing green? There we go. Dr. Cadet Lifeson.
Here's Lifeson, one of the best tactical cadets in your class. After Evelyn, of course.
I heard you were looking for me, Lifeson.
There you are! I wanted to thank you for helping me pass that final, and for all the other times you've helped me. Seriously, I might not have made the cadet cruise if it weren't for you. I hope Schaefer recognizes all you've done to lead our class. Have you got your assignment yet?
No, not yet.
Well, Lieutenant Tassiln has all of the assignments now. I'd see what she knows. Before you do that, do me a favor and talk to Ian. He's got good news, and he won't settle down until he shares it with everyone, including you.
In Quan.
Oh, there's Ian. Let's find out what his big news is.
Hi, Ian.
Have you tried lots of if you lag back, if you hang back, she starts turning around and saying, "Come on!"
Oh, hey, I've been looking for you.
Lifeson said you had good news.
Yes, I took the linguistics final again, and I aced it.
Glad that worked out for you.
You and me both. It wouldn't have happened if I didn't follow your advice. You saw that I wasn't at my best that day, told me to give it another shot. So, I did. That perfect score really made a difference. Now I'm qualified to serve as both a science officer and a communications officer.
Impressive. Congratulations.
Thanks. Always good to have options, right? Kiro took your advice too. I think it worked out for him since he's slightly less scowly than usual. Let me know if I'm right, okay?
That Kiro.
I think I see Kiro over there. Come on.
You run too fast, Tilly.
You've only got small legs.
And giant
And
hands.
here we have the smartest person in your class, or so I've heard. It's not entirely fair.
If she didn't run so
Kiro's
fast,
super
I'd be able to
genius and
spank her
he's
ass,
a
but
friction.
with these giant hands.
I don't think Tilly would appreciate that.
I don't know.
Your advice regarding Federation history was advantageous.
You should see my character's moustache. I'm pretty sure everyone wants him to spank them.
In the interest of camaraderie, I now inform you that Captain Schaefer is still selecting the senior staff for the upcoming training cruise. There is a 78.4% chance that you will be selected for a position, based on my current statistical models. Lieutenant Tassiln may have more conclusive data on the matter.
Oh yeah, for anyone wanting to know how to set up a tab, right click on your normal tab, hit add new tab, name it, choose what chat config you want within that new tab. Job done.
I'll wait out here. Tassiln should be in.
Damn it, Tilly, you too fast.
I have quite long legs.
Yes, you are. You are mostly legs.
Yeah.
It's fine. You can change that later.
Hi,
I'm mostly
Lieutenant
hands.
Tassiln.
Good afternoon, Cadet. How may I be of assistance?
Is this where I get my training cruise assignment?
It is. I will access your assignment data now. One moment. Fascinating.
Tenant?
Your assignment is not listed. Inquiries on the matter have been directed to Captain Schaefer himself. That remains to be seen. I suggest you report to Captain Schaefer and ask him personally.
I've been removed from the cruise, Hugh! I've been removed from the cruise! Been sent
gone
to
the wrong way.
the captain's office.
The panel that I need to get through the door is too high.
Jump!
And,
Captain
How do
Anton
How
Schaefer.
do I use his? I want to use his chairs. I'll
yeah.
stand in the chair. It's probably the best
No,
way.
what you do is you go jump on top of the chair, if you can jump on top of the chair,
Yeah.
and then you do the little button, the cog button, go to emotes, and then choose one of the sit emotes you want to do. So sit. These look like
Chair.
stools, don't they? So sit stool. There you go.
It doesn't matter for me.
I'm
legs will
hovering.
not touch the ground.
My butt's hovering. Let's.
Yeah, my legs are hovering, but there's a good reason for that.
There you go. Sit chair. That works. Sit chair. My butt's still hovering slightly, but there we go. Talk to Captain Anton Schaefer.
Good to see you, Cadet. Today's the big day. Congratulations. Judging by that look on your face, I trust this visit concerns your assignment on the training cruise.
Aye, sir.
Well, you can relax. I'm happy to report that you won't be my new bilge officer. Far from it.
Yay, I'm not a bilge officer. I'm a bilge rat.
There is a matter I'd like to address, however. Your academic record is impressive, but I don't see your results for the Advanced Phaser Training Program. Care to shed some light on that for me?
I'm not a tactical officer. I concentrated on courses for my career track.
The Federation is
That's different to what I got.
Shouldn't need to remind
You're a
you
tactical
that
officer
you're
though, aren't you?
close combat
Yeah,
when you're in
my
a
answer was I didn't have time, mate.
I want
Yeah.
everyone on my team
I was
to
too busy.
have time.
I was too busy comparing my giant hands to Trump's tiny hands with the historical databases.
Everyone ran off to the tactical training room, and I couldn't catch up.
of course. My chief engineer and tactical officer have programmed a training simulator for you. I look forward to seeing your results. Cadets Tilly and Surveyor, respectively. They've been working on the simulation for me for some time now. Interesting pair, those two. Some of the staff question bringing Tilly along on the cruise as a junior, but her professors assure me that she's up to the task. Indeed, she'll meet you out in the quad. Talk to her to start the training, and I'll see you when you're finished. That's all for now, Cadet. Dismissed.
You notice the difference between... Oh, I'm saluting on top of a chair. In the original academy, when you go into the captain's office and get the same talk, the windows are just greyed out. Here, you can actually look out onto the bay, and the background has been completely revamped, and instead of a full noon daytime, it's like sunset, and it's a beautiful orange sunset over San Francisco Bay.
Yes. With cars going over the bridge.
Like Midtown Madness.
It dawned on me that I kept thinking, well, at what point is Tilly going to go off to the Discovery? And I thought,
Discovery,
but,
isn't she?
yeah, but then it dawned on me that, oh no, hang on.
This is set before Discovery. This is set after the Battle of the Binary Stars, while
I also remember
Burnham's in jail.
I kept thinking about, there'll be changes because of the time stuff, and but that was later, isn't it? That interrupts Kirk's era, not Tilly's era.
What, the 2009 separate universe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this Discovery is in the Prime universe, so everything here is part of the Prime.
Yeah, but it's also Discovery was slightly before Kirk, was it? Just
Romulan went
years.
back to when Kirk was born, so the time fuck up was from the Kelvin destruction of the Kelvin, when the Kelvin wasn't supposed to be destroyed.
So we could get a slightly different version of. So it might not line up with the TV series, and there's a good reason for it.
No,
because you said the TV series is based in.
Yeah, Prime. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Damn all this confusing timey-wimey stuff.
Really timey-wimey.
I still can't believe I got the chief engineer spot. Yes, it's just for the cadet training cruise, but still, how many juniors get to go on the cruise, let alone as a department head? This is exciting. Okay. Whew. Deep breath. I'm good. Woo!
That woo was ad-libbed.
Where did you end up?
I was watching one of the dev streams, and they said that Mary Wiseman ad-libbed a few bits because she got so into her character of Tilly, and she when she was doing it, she put more Tilly into the Tilly into the Tilly script.
Good stuff.
Captain Schaefer wants me on the senior staff, but I have to pass advanced phaser training first.
Yeah? I was wondering why he wanted us to set up the program for you. Now I know. Hey, I should warn you, it can get pretty lively. With the Klingons and aggression, and I should probably stop telling you about the program now.
No, I'm a little nervous.
Oh, no, don't worry.
You're a little
no doubt in my mind.
nervous.
I sure am.
Simulator. You know how cranky she gets when people are late.
Damn it, Tilly, stop running so fast.
I
I'm gonna take a
see
shortcut.
launch day lip sync bugs are
The Irish are lucky after all.
present. Finnegan.
Did you hear it? Has she given you her random comments as you ran?
Constitution class. Not even you. That's crazy.
Yeah, about the Constitution class.
How many times did you run the Kobayashi?
About Kirk.
Kirk's up to 2 now.
Kirk's up to 2 now. Kirk's still there. No, you would.
Better hurry or we'll lose our spot. Oh, I hate running.
When
Uh-oh.
it's 2256, the Battle of Binary Stars.
Impatient.
There you are. About time. Program's loaded and ready to go. I hope this is your lucky simulator. It's been nothing but bad luck for Kirk. Point the business end of the phaser at the enemy, not yourself. Sorry, Captain Schaefer told us both not to give you any help, no matter how nicely you ask. You got through quantum mechanics, you can get through this. It's pretty cutting edge. Tilly and I have been using actual combat data from the field to make it as realistic as possible. You'll have to find the rest out on your own. Captain Schaefer's orders. Yeah, those are
better make
pretty
sure no one
useful in
sees
phaser
my
training, huh?
Tribble of Borg. That's
With all the buffs.
completely,
Yeah.
it's completely outside the current
Timeline.
time.
Yeah, I've got damage buff versus Borg, just in case.
Yeah.
I could have the Undine one because I've got the Undine one in my inventory. I could have damage buff versus 8472.
Running.
Get
It's the
pistol.
worst.
Tilly does not like running. I really like the revamp gun. Very cool.
Damn it, Tilly. If you don't like running, run my speed.
Ah! In the original tutorial, out in the corridor here is just a cupboard, and you just walk up to it and it's glowing, and you press F to interact and you get the gun. But here in Destiny, you see them go into an armory and they've got like guns on racks and things, and they've taken that and made it here, and it looks very cool. Get a pistol. Boop boop. Laser beam pistol, stun beam, standard issue. Okay. Alright, so it's been automatically equipped for me. I now have a phaser bolt setting and a stun beam setting. Now, I want to have my primary attack auto firing for me, so I'm going to right click on that, so it's got a green box around it, so it will auto fire, and when it starts flashing it means it will auto fire. So if I press 1, it starts flashing to indicate that it's now in that mode. Alright, holodeck 2.
Just go to the center of the room.
Choose your pain.
Choose your pain. Hey. Die, Klingon!
They couldn't hit me. I was too low.
In the series, cool. You've got the bolt setting shows as a little red light, and the stun setting shows as a blue light on the back of the phaser. Which is why we knew that Burnham deliberately killed Takuvma in the Battle of the Binary Stars, because when they're going through, taking the bridge, they're using the blue setting. And then when Takuvma kills the captain and Burnham wants revenge, she immediately flips it to kill and shoots Takuvma through and
Nice
through.
work, Cadet. A few points below Severe's personal best, but it was your first try. You'll have plenty of opportunities to knock her from her perch at the top of the list once we're underway.
Thank you, Captain.
How do you
Cadet.
holster?
First officer station is yours.
H for holster.
That's if you want it, of course. The bilge officer spot is still open.
I need a bigger gun. One that is ridiculous
say that?
compared to my size.
You've done well here, Cadet.
Like the
I expect that trend
sniper
to
rifle, or in the Victory is Life, you've got that great big mining laser thing.
I could do with a mining laser, that'd be good. I've got the hands for it.
Likewise. I'll see you on the bridge then. And
Have you pressed V
Wow,
to see
look
the
at
new
you,
scanning
first
thing?
officer. You're gonna do a great job.
Oh, that's sweet.
Congratulations. That thing the captain said about the bilge officer spot was pretty funny, though. I mean, we don't even have those anymore. Wait, do we? Anyway, first officer.
Ah,
How does it feel?
What can I see? The captain sees greatness in me, or I'm surprised you didn't give it to Surveyor, or it's a lot of pressure. I'm up for it. I'm a science officer. I'm gonna go for the pressure one.
Captain Schaefer didn't make that decision lightly. He believes in you, just like me. Even though you got me blown up in the Kobayashi Maru. Awkward. Well, we should get going to the shuttle bay. Everybody's waiting for the ceremonial send-off toast. Guess who gets to give that?
They've done a decent work with the facial animations as well. In Victory of Life, Garrick's ones are brilliant, where he cocks his head every now and then. And you've got Tilly's raised eyebrow.
All cadets report to shuttle bay to prepare for departure.
Now, I know where I'm going because I've done this so many times with so many characters, so I knew it was left. But on the minimap, I've got that little yellow icon, so I could see that it was there. Know
We
where I was
couldn't see
going.
it on the minimap on Twitch because there's a thing saying latest follower.
Oh yeah,
Covering up the minimap.
yeah. There's a blob in the way. Oh dear. Let me get rid of that. Follower.
Forgot what Margot's face actually looked like. I just had a zoom in on it.
Stop flag. There we go. So up here, minimap, we got that little yellow icon indicating where to go. So we just came out that there, and I could see a yellow icon. Right. Blobby blobs back. Right. Turbo lift to Shuttle Bay.
Okay. The rest of the senior staff is waiting just ahead. Time for your big speech. How are you gonna play it? Inspirational? Heartwarming? That could be good. Hey, make Savea cry, like just a single tear. Warrior style. Anyway, I'll meet you at the bar.
Segundo!
Great.
And they've done a lot of rework of the art. Where's the bar gone? In 2409, there's a bar here. Manned by a Ferengi. I suppose formal relations with Ferengi isn't set until TNG. Inspire, intimidate, or humble? Let's inspire them. It's with the Federation. We are the senior staff of the USS London. Each and every one of us is trained for the task at hand. And we are ready. I have the utmost faith in each of you. You're the best the Academy has, and together we can do anything. But we will go forth boldly. We will work together using everything we've learned here. To Starfleet Academy, to the USS London, to our crew!
All cadets, please board your shuttle.
I did the top one, the bottom one, the top one.
Inspire, scare. Inspire,
No.
scare.
No. It was inspire, humble,
This
and
is
then
our
inspire him.
time. Let's
Because I thought it'd be
make it
funny
happen.
to make you. I don't forget.
I'm on comms for
You could all die at the hands of Klingons.
There's a lot of pressure and responsibility. But I believe you're all great, and we're all great, and we're all gonna be fine.
And my big hands will save us all.
I'll catch whatever's thrown at you.
to bruise over not making Chief of Engineering. I'll be Chief of Security. Not that anything ever happens on these cruises besides drills and simulations.
Famous last words.
So you're the XO? Honestly, I'm kind of relieved. A lot of responsibility in that job.
I will serve as medical officer. Refrain from injuring yourself or others
Going
during this
around
assignment.
introducing myself to everyone.
I'll be at the helm.
Have I
this
talked to
time.
you yet,
I wonder
cadet?
if Schaefer will let me try a barrel roll.
And you, ensign. And you.
My helmsman wants to do a barrel roll. We're off to a good start. Hello, people.
What up, deck officer? I mean,
Hello, people.
What up, deck officer? I think there's anything.
Have you seen the tricorder when you do the V thing?
Yeah.
Instead of just the actual thing, it's an actual full hand-holding thing's a bit weird, but there we go.
Are you ready to head?
My
to
shuttle
ship?
has racing stripes.
Yeah.
Makes it go faster.
I can't believe we're finally doing this. Ooh, look over there. That's the Glen, one of the new Crossfield-class ships. No one really knows much about her or her capabilities. Well, at Starfleet Academy anyway. Maybe we'll work on a ship like that someday. For now, our ship's here. She's a Malachowski class, Captain Schaefer's pride and joy. Good speed for her class, definitely maneuverable. A stout, solid, battle-proven design, for sure. I can't wait to see what she can do. Let's land and find out.
Precursor to the Miranda.
Okay, we need to check in with the deck officer first, then head to our stations. Oh man, I cannot wait to see the engine room.
Bye,
My engine
Tilly.
room. Yeah!
Yeah! Yay, Tilly! Got to actually have a look at what traits I've
Acting
got.
Chief Engineer, reporting for duty.
Field researcher, medical vanguard, pistol training. So that's alright, I've got a pistol, so I'm pistol training properly. Space traits, I've got beam, bulkhead. I don't want bulkhead. Exotic damage because science, that's good. I want to replace it with too innocuous, so I'm less of a target. I haven't unlocked any of those yet. Haven't got any skill points yet. London the Malachowski class. Holodecks are off limits to cadets for the duration of the...
They keep saying cruise as though we're about to just like... Oh, is it all inclusive?
What's your name, cadet?
Oh yeah. Welcome aboard. What's your name, cadet? Ellen Lesser Duffield, sir.
Yes, here we are. Acting First Officer.
I really wish that,
We're all set.
like, they would attempt to say the
Report to
name,
Captain
even if it's
Schaefer
like,
on the
even if it
bridge.
doesn't robotically.
Windows 10 robotic voice. Engaged.
Ah, yes, Mather. Here we are.
If you do one of the co-op events and they're using the names and someone's got some rude one. Captain Fucktard. Report to Captain Schaefer on the bridge. He's been expecting you.
But there are 2 arrows on the map.
This is different. Waiting for the turbo lift as well, Tilly. Ah! New bridge. Like a Walker class bridge. Enzo. So, the Walker class's bridge is on the bottom of the Forcer section, like the... Talk to Captain Schaefer.
Ah, there you are. Computer, note the executive officer has reported for duty in the ship's log. Welcome aboard, XR.
Thank you, Captain.
You're right on time. All decks have reported in. We're ready to get underway. Let's start things simple by getting the old girl out of dry dock, huh? Contact dock control and get clearance to depart. After we're cleared, close the shuttle bay doors and disable the tractor moorings.
In the original tutorial, this bit is a bit of the captain's testing you, but it's not in the same way. So in the original tutorial, you have to, he says, take us out at such and such a speed, and you have to correct him saying, Captain, it's actually such and such a speed while you're in space dock. But this time it's like, do I want to close the shuttle bay doors first before I start moving the ship, or do I obey the captain's specific orders and get clearance for control? And what are you doing?
I did it in the order he said.
The comment?
Nope.
Shuttle bay doors are closed.
Acknowledged. Carry on.
Didn't
Dock
seem like
control
there was a
has
problem
cleared us
doing it in
for
either.
Yeah.
Acknowledged. Carry on.
Oh, there was nothing special then. Oh well. These tractor moorings. Okay.
I'm sorry, Cadet Lee. You weren't pressing the buttons fast enough.
Erez, take us out. 1/4 impulse.
Oh, here we go. Captain, may I remind you that Starfleet regulations specify thrusters only while in the vicinity of space dock.
Duly noted, XO. Erez, take us out. Maximum thrusters.
Captain, can I have the console lowered for me?
Approach, Helm. Set a course for Vulcan. Warp 4.
Course laid in, sir.
Engage.
Or perhaps a box to stand on. Like Tom Cruise has.
Captain, I'm picking up a distress call from the SS Fortuna. Audio only.
Put them through, comms.
This is the Fortuna! Can you hear me? So, warp core is failing. We could really use some help here.
Let them know we're on our way. Helm, lay in a rendezvous course.
Altering course, sir. ETA 3 minutes.
Transporter room. Prepare to beam over survivors.
Sir, sensors can't read anything in the vicinity of the Fortuna.
Communications are out as well.
He said that without moving his lips.
Sure
Trying
did.
to hail them, comms. XO, let's discuss the situation. Well, XO,
Briefly,
you
a
heard
lot
the
of people
distress
just
call.
sat on the
What are your
floor.
recommendations? Afraid not. This is the real deal. Per Starfleet regs, we're the closest ship to the Fortuna, so it's our duty to assist. Not usually, no. Good instincts. How would you proceed here? Good call. There's something about this that's not sitting right with me. Agreed. Yellow alert. Surveyor, bring the shields up. Get down to the transporter room, XO. I want you to oversee the rescue efforts from there.
Okay, transporter room.
Which one did you pick?
Shields.
Yeah. I think we should bomb them straight away. No.
Desmond, the Fortuna should be in range. Give me an update.
I'm getting some weird readings. I can't get a solid lock. There may be interference. Trying to compensate. I think I have it. This is a lot different than the training scenarios. Beaming them over now.
Klingons!
Klingons!
Desmond? Come in! What happened? Desmond?
Desmond's dead.
Rating disruptor fire in the transporter room, and Klingons are beaming in on multiple decks. All hands, this is the captain. Repel boarders. I repeat, repel boarders.
Your orders, Captain.
You have the command codes to unlock an armory near your position. Arm yourself and any security team members you find, and then repel any boarders you come across. You let us worry about that. Right now, I need you doing what you can to get those Klingons off my ship. Bet you're glad you took that phaser course now, huh? Shoot straight and stay safe down there.
Over here, Exo. We need you to unlock the armory.
That was a really bad Russian accent. That was terrible. Hi, Cadet Andre.
But the console's too high for me again. I'm beginning to sound like Waluigi or something. Actually, now that I think about it, he does look a bit like Waluigi.
Rifle. Equip your rifle. Okay. I for inventory. U for uniform. Drag and... Yes. Dead. Now, to my viewers, because I've done tutorials before, it's not doing any of the pop-ups anymore.
Andre!
Andre died. Zzz, pshoo. Bye, Klingons. This is a bit different to the classic Federation tutorial. That was a little more dark.
Hey, I'm reading a hull breach near the transporter room. Oh, good. You're on the right side of the safety field. Whew.
A lot of people weren't on the right side of the safety field, Tilly. They're all dead now. Oh, he almost got a flank attack on me. Yo, cadet.
Thanks. I think they were going to engineering. Better hurry. There's a lot of them.
Security to engineering. We are under attack.
We're reading Klingon boarding parties on multiple decks, XO. Our security teams are spread thin. I need you to get to engineering and keep it secure. It's bound to be a priority target for the enemy.
On the way. Cadet training
Lead
crew.
the way, XO. We've got your back.
Thrust into war. Let's see if I can. Come on. Oh.
Move, move, move!
Die, Klingons!
Oh, am I glad to see you.
Guessing you're having an easier time as a tactical officer with the killing of the Klingons.
Yes.
You have no idea how happy I am to see
They're
you.
big, though.
They really
They're
care
very
something.
big.
Can't imagine what, though. I mean, they have warp and impulse tech. What else would be in engineering? Especially since the ship's a complete mess thanks to them. Is there a part they didn't shoot? Sorry, I could really use your help, since you're here.
I'm a science officer. What good am I gonna be in engineering?
As I was saying, the ship's taken a lot of damage. I'll do what I can to get the essentials online, but I could use some help. See anything you could do in here?
Reinforce the ship's shields.
Okay. Our sensor systems took a beating in the fight. Targeting navigational, environmental, it's not good. I need you to get them back online. You can initialize the navigational sensor array from the center console here. Do the same thing for the other sensors at the 2 consoles by the wall across from me. Sound good?
I'm on it. Boost power to shields.
Okay, warp core stable. Life support is...
My eyes are down here, Tilly.
Safety fields engaged. And ship-wide comms online.
Glad you're still with us. We could use a hand up here. We've taken casualties, and the Klingons could send more boarding parties at any time. Do what you need to do down there, and report to the bridge.
Nice.
Head back to the bridge. We'll cover this deck.
Right, as I've got a trait for phaser pistols, I should pistol rifle. Yep.
Sir, we've lost
Where's the
shields.
nuts?
Prepare for...
Popping up.
Klingons!
Ah, it's because I'm too small. I'm actually having to jump up onto the consoles before the thing pops up.
I'm Captain Schaefer, and you are?
I am Ja'ula of House Mokai. Surrender now, Captain, while you're still able.
Request denied. Get off my ship.
Oh, Captain went flying.
Off my
Damn it.
ship.
If you insist.
There it is.
John Drew.
Having to jump up and press the buttons here.
Oh, the joys of being tiny, hey?
Yeah, I might have to make him a bigger character.
Secure the bridge! Repel boarders! The Klingons are gone. And so is the captain. I'll try to find the Klingon ship.
Your medical assistance was adequate and necessary. I thank you.
Oh dear.
That was intense. Klingons. We just fought Klingons.
Yeah, a lot of good you were, Mr. Tactical Officer.
Thought I was done for. Thanks.
I'll be okay. Thanks to you. I owe you one.
Get your asses back into your seats.
What happened here?
Incoming transmission from the Klingons.
I was so far away. Oh no, no, I was just small.
Are you alright?
Silence! Surrender your ship and all classified data within it to me. Immediately!
All the combat sounds have gone weird.
Order your crew to do as I say.
XO, follow my orders to the letter. Fire on my position.
Aye, Captain. An awful lot of death in this tutorial.
Now die like one.
What do we do now?
We follow the captain's orders. Target his location and fire! Ah, sucks to be you, Klingons. We're getting beaten by some cadets.
Mech, show me Jichu, Ejiticho.
We're still here. Most of us, anyway. The captain. Look, the captain knew what was at stake. He gave the order, and you followed it. If you hadn't, we'd probably all be dead now.
True. Take your seat in the captain's chair. Right click. I'm the captain now, bitches. Ooh, purple. Bridge officer, Evelyn Sevier. Yay. Right. So, this is my custom UI, like with the extra buttons on the side. Normally you wouldn't have this, you would end up having your default stuff. Let's see if I can set it back to default so you can see it. No. So I've got big personal tray number 2 activated, normally that's hidden. I've got big personal tray number 1 showing because I've got options here. That's a lot of buttons. You obviously don't want all those buttons. So I've got 1, 2, 3 set here, 4, 5, 6 over here. This, because I've got macros set up so that when I press a button it'll automatically start pushing buttons in this area. This is my macro area, as just for my own thinking. You don't have to have it like this, it's obviously all up to you. This here is your power settings tray. If you're playing by default, this is what you'd look at. So I like to have sliders that I can control, so I've got the buttons. I push number 3 to get the buttons. I have number 2, it's set, you can't control the sliders, it's set by these buttons here. Power to weapons, power to shields, power to engines, average across the board. Number 3, so I want power to weapons because we're going into combat. I'm going to lock that down. I'm a science officer, so I want my auxiliary higher. That to there. Science uses auxiliary a lot. Shields and engines I'm not too fussed about. These are your shields. Front, back, left and right. You can click in the middle to balance them, which is the same as doing that over there. Or you can click each facing to put power to that facing. Your recharge will increase in the facing that you have it active. Right, I don't want those there, however I will need to replace them. There is an annoying glitch in the game where the distribute shields functions will constantly reappear in your tray every time you load a new map if you've dragged them off, because they want to be back in tray 6. However, if you go to tray 7, no matter whatever you set your trays up to look like, put them into an empty tray. If you're still using tray 7, put them into an empty tray, and then the game will think, oh, I've already got them in place, and will stop trying to put them back in the trays that you're trying to use for other powers. So I want tray 6 back. So we've just picked up a new officer, Evelyn. There she is. She has torpedoes. She's only a cadet at the moment, so she's only got access to a first tier power. So we've got a torpedo, space, high yield, so it does extra damage. And on the ground she's got photon grenades, so she throws some grenades around. These are all the different powers that you can learn for your cadet, your bridge officer can learn. Tactical officer. Later on in the game, you've got your specializations that you can do to really get some interesting powers on your characters. Traits. These are the traits for the bridge officer. We've got leadership, so we've got bonus to hull regen. She's got damage resistance, toxins, and bonus hit points for on the ground. Superior soldier, so she's great at ranged weapon damage, critical severity. So I want to give her a rifle really for critical attacks. Exploit damage, so when you're on the ground, you'll get a little targeting reticle over a target to indicate that they've got exploit available, and you hit your exploit attack for your rifle. It's button number 2, and it's like a sniper shot. And so ideally for her, with her traits, we want her to use a sniper rifle with an exploit thing, because nice traits. She is assigned at the moment by default to the tactical station. So you've got tactical, engineering, and science stations. On this beginning starter ship, you've only got one power setting for each, one console setting. Standard away team is your ground away team. At the moment, it's just a default NPC. I would like to bring my officer with me, so I've just set her into that slot. Right, let's have a look. See, that's my ship. We've got phasers, fore and aft, torpedoes. By default, the game has your weapons to auto-fire, hence the green box. Didn't always. You can control that with a right click on each button that you want to have auto-fire. So there's my shields, warp core, impulse engines, and deflectors. Loadouts, if you've got specialized kit in there, you can save a loadout, and then if you've got it, say, set up so you've got your equipment there for fighting the Borg, and you've got in your inventory another set of equipment for fighting the Tholians, and you want to switch over, you can save a loadout saying Borg, or loadout saying Tholians. You get 2 slots per ship, and you can for free. You can buy more using Zen points, Zen credits, and it will automatically fill your slots on your ship with the equipment that you've got saved as part of your loadout. Visuals is your new thing. Update, last update, previous update, maybe it's been a few updates since we had visuals, but they weren't always in the game. You got visuals based on the equipment you were slotting, and you could disable them or enable them based on that equipment, but you couldn't choose one. So, say if you had some Borg fighting gear in your equipment, but you liked the shield colouring and the warp trails and things of your Tholian gear, you could whack the Tholian gear's things into these things here, and it would overwrite the visual effect. Device slots are for your brief buffs and boosters. Engineering consoles, science consoles, and tactical consoles we don't have access to at the moment. Actually, I do have a console tactical, automated defense turret. I'll slot that one. And I actually have a device here, red matter capacitor, because I was a pre-order game all those years ago. The red matter capacitors give me a boost to all my power levels when I activate it, so I've put it in my tray that will just constantly activate every time I push a single button on my keyboard. Same with my torpedo high yield attack. So now when I push, this is a spacebar macros, when I push the spacebar, it will activate high yield, and it will also give me a red matter capacitor power buff. So all those power trays there will increase. Alright, so I've got myself from my collections my chronodynamic armor, which has definitely helped. And my Borg Tribble. Still a cadet. Still in tutorial, so we haven't earned any skill points yet. She's still a cadet as well, my bridge officer. Got a pistol and a shield, no armor yet though, and she's got some small hypos. Eventually we'll be able to promote her. As she's a purple level thing and she's got some decent traits, I wouldn't like discharge her anytime soon unless you've got a specific build. If you're really going for like the full heavy stats based builds, DPS like through the roof sort of thing, you'll be collecting certain bridge officers that you absolutely want. I've probably got some more bridge officer slots that you may not have because I'm a lifetime subscriber. I get the bonuses for being a lifetimer of extra bridge officer slots ready to go. Okay, so talk to my first officer.
All decks have reported in. We took some casualties and sick bay is full. All systems have taken damage, but some were hit worse than others. Life support is stable. Past that, it's not exactly optimal.
Ian, send out a distress call.
Working on it, but something's jamming our long-range comms on all frequencies.
Keep trying. What's the status of the Klingon ship, Evelyn?
Still running under cloak. We knocked him around pretty good before they slinked off with their tail between their legs. That said, we're in rough shape ourselves.
Not bad looking. Use some colour.
Damage control teams are assigned. We've put out all the fires and started patching the hull breaches, but it's gonna take a while. We'll get the critical systems back online as soon as we're able, Captain.
Stick with it. Ian, can we contact the Fortuna?
Still reading their distress signal. I can break through the jamming at short range. Shall I hail them?
Yes, let's see how they're doing.
Opening hailing frequencies now, Captain.
Fortuna, this is the USS London. What is your status?
Greetings, Captain.
Cyrano Jones.
To my aid. I must apologize. I sent the distress signal under duress. I'm sure you'll do the same with a Klingon disruptor pointed at your head.
Bait.
Quite so, Captain. Our Klingon...
How did I know it was going to be Cyrano Jones? He's the guy that sold the Tribbles in the Trials and Tribulations episode of original series and DS9.
Wearing out my welcome. Would you be so kind and assist me? I'd rather not be around if the Klingons come back.
I'll see what we can do. Cyrano Jones also makes an appearance in the Agents of Yesterday original series episodes that you get to play through. Right, moving forward, again, because have done it, I've not got any pop-ups. Press R to go to full throttle, Q and E to go in increments, back, and R full throttle, R again to full stop. Scan the freighter. Scanning effect.
They need 3 or 4 warp induction coils tops. We can spare a few.
Scan the freighter.
Thanks. Oh, and good luck with the Klingons, my young friend. You'll need it.
Thanks, Cyrano Jones.
Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't want to fight Klingons in a tub like that either. Speaking of Klingons...
Engineering! Status report.
We have a problem. Most of our plasma injectors are a wreck. See, plasma injectors are made to take a beating, but this damage goes way beyond what would happen in a fight. Pretty sure the Klingons sabotaged them when they boarded us. They wanted to strand us here. Tamav is installing our spare injectors, but we're 3 short. Without those, we can't go to warp.
Recommendations.
You're not the first ship the Klingons have hit here, Captain. There's wreckage throughout the system. I recommend scanning the derelicts nearby. We may be able to find and recover intact plasma injectors from the wreckage.
Scan for parts.
I'm picking up a few compatible parts in the wreckage. Blast off the outer casings on those units and we can get what we need.
Looks like hull piece. Institution classes. Alright. Turning and flying in space is W, S, and D, just like it is on the ground. Press space to activate your weapons, and it triggers your auto fire. Now, depending on your settings in your control panel.
Ugh, she is getting on my last nerve.
Under the control section, you've got auto attack toggle. Never cancels. So, you can switch it however you want. So I like it on never cancels.
Okay, these injectors are a little beat up, but I can work.
That's why it's still flashing.
Some of these are real top shelf tech. Type J's with a 2-liter flow, modulating reserves, and those sweet new commodores.
Lovely. Remember the Klingons, Tilly. Klingons.
Gonna need a little time to get these installed. I'd rather not breach the core after we go to warp because of a full system meltdown. And that can happen with dicey injectors. Right. I'm on it, Captain.
While engineering deals with the warp core, we're stuck here. We need critical systems back online ASAP. It's a sure bet the Klingons are making repairs, and they aren't as safety concerned as we are. They might be back and shooting faster than we'd like.
Looks like the Malachowski's bridge is at the bottom as well.
We're on it, Captain. I located several Klingon military satellites.
Could be at the
nearby.
top as well.
Ian thinks we'll be able to reach Starfleet if we destroy the satellites, and I agree.
Yeah.
Besides, we could use a little more target practice.
Oop. Tab to target, and I've got my settings at the moment so that I don't have to, because I use characters that I need to throw out shield heals and on my fellow players and everything. I don't want it to be auto-attacking and picking up a auto-target at the same time. So it's just attacking anything that's nearby that's got is an enemy essentially, without needing the target. That way I can throw out heals whenever I want. Send the distress signal!
That Klingon ship took some real damage during the fight. I bet she's leaking plasma all over the place. We might be able to use that to find them.
I do like the particle
No
effects
argument
against the
here. I'd rather
shields.
not get blown up by Klingons on a cadet cruise. Or, you know, ever, really. Scanning now. Sending you the data now. We can trace their plasma signature right back to the source. It'll show up on the map. It's pretty far from us. We should travel at full impulse to reach it. This will temporarily take power from the other systems, but vastly improve our speed. Once we drop out of full impulse, the power will return to other systems.
Baka! Your death will be swift. Pooh, pooh.
Right, full impulse, shift, R. Again, no pop-ups because I played it all before.
Klingon ships decloaking.
Shift R to come out of, or if you target and your systems start just attacking people, it'll drop you out of full impulse anyway. Yeah, the shield effects are very cool. I like those. The purple strikes and everything. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Captain,
The art team have done brilliant.
it might not be a bad idea to review some of the basic Starship combat files. Wouldn't hurt to be ready when the next group of enemies attack us out here.
Beam arc tutorial. Your ship is outfitted with phase beam banks. These weapons have a 270-degree firing arc. This is the firing arc for the forward phase banks. This is the firing arc for the rear phase banks. How does that say 250? Okay. Firing enemies with the overlapping portion of your firing arcs is known as broadsiding. This allows both forward and rear phase banks to fire on the same target at the same time, increasing your damage output. Federation captains who prefer beam bank weapons favor the broadside technique, and will often circle their target, keeping them within the broadside arc at all times.
It would be wise.
Fucking over their shields.
Cowardly, but wise.
You! Stand and fight, Klingon! IKS Lucara. Lucara is the name of... Oh crap. Of Kalis' wife, isn't it?
Remember?
Broadsides!
Quiet down, Tilly. Quiet down.
I keep automatically pushing the keys on my my MMO mouse that represent the keys that I would normally have, like for my evasive maneuvers to get myself moving quickly.
Yeah.
This is Captain Thaikir Shran. We've received information of what happened here.
Jeffrey Coombs!
I see. Ever since they acquired their cloaking device, they've been getting bold, even for Klingons. You're lucky to be alive, Cadet. Which reminds me, you're on Captain Schaefer's ship. Where is he? And did you follow his orders? I see. Unfortunate. I served with Anton on the Endeavor. He was a fine officer. We could use more like him. I take it you're the acting captain then? Very well. Schaefer didn't place trust in his officers lightly. If he chose you to be his XO, he knew you could get the job done. I'll expect the same. Our first order of business is getting your ship and crew to safety. We'll escort you to make sure you get back in one piece. I'm sure they are. And if they're foolish...
Wanted to see what the rover looks like. Interrupted Captain Schramm by accident. It's the great-grandson of Schramm from Enterprise. His ship is somewhat bigger than mine.
This is Captain. I see. And did you follow? I see. Very well. I'm sure they are. And if they're foolish enough to come back looking for a fight, they'll get one. In the meantime, set a course for our position. Zabrova out.
Oops. I got here a bit too soon. Oh. Just realised that that ship just looks like a Walker class turned upside down. Klingons!
This isn't the tutorial anymore, is it?
We're still in the tutorial? At least I am.
I'm in something that doesn't say tutorial on it anymore. I'm still immediately after the last mission, so I don't...
Target shields have failed.
Stay focused. Hit them where they're weak, and hit them hard.
Shields down in front.
Today is a Klingon box.
Get a torpedo up through. Oh no, they're cowards!
We were on our way to check in on another.
Yeah, I got them down to 0 and they still ran off.
That vessel is still not responding to
Which was annoying.
Considering what happened to you, I'm beginning to fear the worst. I'm going to investigate, and I want you to join me. If the Klingons are up to no good in that system, I'll need backup. I know it's asking a lot, but we're at war.
Yeah.
Consider this a field promotion.
I realised I've got some additional powers to assign on my tray.
This feels wrong, doesn't it?
Emergency power to
Captain
shield.
got killed by a House Mokai matriarch over something she thought we had on board. Shouldn't we be chasing her instead?
Anne's the senior officer here, Dilly. We have our orders.
You're right. You're right. For all we know, this Ja'ula could be behind what happened to that other ship. We should help them. I'll get back down to engineering, Captain. We are ready to go to warp when you are.
Engage. Now, in the original Federation tutorial for the full Starfleet one, you've got the bit where you have the surprise ambush, the Klingons, and then you end up going and deal with the Borg situation.
I'm reading the Ticonderoga dead ahead.
The Shadow knows, is that what you're on?
And find out why they haven't
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still part of the tutorial.
Yeah, the thing says
Secrets is the first proper discovery mission. That's what I was doing on my other character earlier. The historical mission. Ticonderoga. This is what they were doing in the blog post.
On it. Compensating for local interference now. Hailing frequencies open, Captain.
Can't say I was expecting either of you out here. Care to fill me in?
We weren't able to contact you earlier. We were escorting these cadets back to the Sol system after they were ambushed by Klingons. Under the circumstances, I thought it wise to investigate your situation here.
Apologies. I suspect the local anomalies are interfering with our comm systems. I'm sorry to ask this, but where is Captain Schaefer? That's quite the story, Cadet. The loss of Captain Schaefer is a blow. He was one of our best. I realize this is a trial by fire for all of you. You're doing well.
Pew
Hang
pew
in
pew.
there. Starfleet has received reports of Klingon activity in the region. We've been ordered to check things out here. They might be hiding in the cluster and using this as a staging ground. As you can see, the area plays havoc with our systems.
Wasn't the Arcanis one of the remember the original exploration areas way back when the game launched, and you had to go into that area of the map and just wander around looking for a ping on the map?
Remember?
We've already launched 9 probes. Now that they're active, we can do an in-depth scan of the
This
area.
is so weird being a tactical officer with practically no energy in my weapons. It's like, where's my permanent emergency power to weapons?
Any questions? I can see why Schaefer picked you to be his XO. Don't let that confidence get the better of you.
You need a red matter capacity, yeah?
Ask for it. Starfleet needs each and every one of you.
This may be the worst simple trip to Vulcan ever.
If I could get to my account bank, I'd have one.
Academy, huh, Tilly?
Picking up large pockets of radiation, but there's something off in the readings.
Like the nebular effect that we're...
Durant here. Are you seeing the same ETA radiation levels that we are? I'm not sure that a normal scan will be enough. We might need to do a full multiphasic reading. My science officer suggested the same thing, but it seems you're already aware of it. Nicely done. We'll perform a tachyon pulse wave and see if that solves the issue. Report your findings once your final scan is complete.
The deflector is realigned to emit a reverse tachyon pulse wave, Captain.
1 reverse tachyon pulse wave. Star Trek Technobabble! It's gone yellow.
Reading an impulse spike. Captain, it's the
Klingons!
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Get a torpedo in that empty side. Yes!
I suspect
Gonna boom next to me.
that things have gone horribly wrong.
Looks like a Vulcan.
Hey, did we just fight the Klingons again?
Yep, and we survived.
Ooh, that was lucky. Half the systems down here are bypassed like a Christmas tree, Captain. We can't take much more combat. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not a miracle worker.
Doing fine. Remember your training. We can do this.
Ticonderoga is under attack. Use full impulse to reach her quickly.
Aye aye, Captain Tran. I hope they do an Enterprise special and have Jeffrey Combs come back to reprise his role as Captain Tran from the Enterprise era as well. Pow 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 pow!
Only death for you here, Starfleet.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Counter shield facing, come on. Yep.
Target's shields have failed.
Boom! Double torpedoes. Oh, one missed. Oh well. The other one did the job.
Multiple Klingon warp signatures inbound.
Taking heavy fire here. Request immediate assistance.
Pew.
Target's shields have failed.
Pew 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 pew. My cadets aren't exactly very good. They occasionally miss.
I'm pretty sure that there's something suspicious going on here.
Suspicious, eh?
More Klingons?
Yeah.
I don't know if we can handle more Klingons.
When you get to the end of that what's it called? Minimize all that stuff. The mission you're on.
Yeah.
There's a cutscene, and I was stroking my beard. Stubborn.
Torpedoes away! Thankfully it's a tutorial, so I'm not really taking much damage to the shields. That and the science officer has some very nice shield buff bonuses.
Multiple Klingon ships decloaking.
That's that one that rammed the Admiral's ship at the Battle of the Binary Stars.
Too many of them. More of them inbound, Captain. Like our odds here.
Target's shields have failed.
They're leaving. Most likely for a more valuable target. Concentrate fire on the remaining vessel. Typical Klingon arrogance. All ships, fire at will!
Nice shot, cadets.
I think I know what the Klingons are up to here. They're using this system as a staging area. Something big is about to go down. We're picking up a large number of inbound warp signatures. Their most likely target is the Corvan system. There's a dilithium mine there, one we can't afford to lose.
About to say, why do I know the Corvan system? But that was in Destiny. I'm not a tactical officer, so I can't do the tactical option, saying that London should go to the Corvan to warn them.
The Ticonderoga was badly damaged and they took heavy casualties as well. Medical tells me Captain Durant was injured.
Well, given that I'm in the
Still working on triage and restoring
the
ship's crew.
sector space now, when are we able to join up as a team at that point?
I don't think so, not until you've finished at Corvan 2.
Because
so it'll be just like the Borg stuff for the original tutorial, where we've tried to team up before, and it'll just put us in different instances. We can be in a team, obviously, at any point, but we'll be in different instances.
The Sabrova is better equipped to hold off further Klingon attacks and assist the Ticonderoga here. We'll do what we can to delay them, but it'll be up to you to warn the people of Corvan. It's not a matter of can, it's a matter of must. We'll buy you as much time as we can. You should have enough time to warn Corvan. I've hailed Starfleet Command and requested backup, but you and I know that we can't wait for them to arrive. Corvan can't wait.
Do for now.
We have to make our way to Corvan as soon as we can, Captain. I just hope we're not too late to warn them. Are you ready to go?
Oh, this is a tiny sector. That explains that.
Red alert! All hands, battle stations!
Your character called?
Warn the Corvan colony about the Klingons. Do what we can to hold off the Klingons
Lucius.
here,
Lucius
and prepare
Murphy.
the Ticonderoga. Good luck.
Press the any key.
Yeah, I'm the lieutenant. Alright, let's oh my god.
Use M to open up the map for sector space. You can click on a system to plot a course, and set your ship to automatically fly to it.
We're giving her all she's got, Captain. I hope we get there in time.
now have enemy. That's one I kept trying to push instinctively. Ooh.
I just lost my first 1% of hull.
Wow. How many Klingons did you have to fight for that?
I immediately went back up to 100,
Looks like we
but
got here before the Klingons, Captain.
3,
We should
but I'm
make the
not in
most of
the
this advantage.
initial mission anymore.
What are your orders?
I've managed to establish comms with the colony. It's not a great signal, but it's the
I
best.
finally got evasive maneuvers.
Through now.
Can turn around faster.
What can I do for you? Run that by me again. Your signal's breaking up. Did you say Klingons? What about them?
We just lost contact with Corvan 2, Captain. Something's blocking all subspace signals in this area. There's a comm satellite nearby. It should boost our signals so we can warn the ships and the colony.
The SAT uses our security protocols. We should be able to access it.
Hails are still blocked. The Klingons may be attempting to isolate the planet before they land. Orders, Captain?
Not from orbit, Captain. The Klingons are disrupting transporter operations at the local level. Colonial evacuation on a mass scale could be problematic. We may have to try to hold the Klingons here until Starfleet reinforcements arrive.
Klingon forces inbound on an attack vector, Captain!
Klingons!
Those civilians won't
Zap
last
their
long.
shields with this
We need to help them.
tachyon beam. And put a torpedo gap. Boost me powers. Power up. Bow.
Target's shield has failed.
He goes through the shield. Bow. The torpedoes are great against hulls, but not against shields. Phasers and energy weapons are great against shields, but are so-so against hull. So you want to break down the shields with your energy weapons. While I've got it auto-firing your torpedoes anyway, just for added damage, I hit my high yield when I've got an opening in the shield. So I don't really waste it. And I've got to make sure that little arrow there indicates that I'm on the right facing. Thing on Bird of Prey, I'm not quite sure which. Haven't quite got the angle with them yet.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Go.
Let's do what we can to help the colonists.
The colonists?
Yes, he's an alien. He doesn't often say the right thing.
Captain, I have
The Billy colonists.
long-range signals
Yes.
are still blocked. I've updated the colony. However, the Klingons have started to send down attack squads. What are your orders?
Captain, the civilians are trying to
You sounded sarcastic about being thankful I'm here.
I repeat, disengage.
Roger that, Starfleet. All ships, fall back.
All civilian ships have safely warped out of the system, Captain.
No, it's just me and the Klingons.
Target shields have failed.
Pew 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 pew. There's a great fiction blog on the Star Trek Online page that explains why these ships look like they do rather than the original series rounded styles. It's very well done.
It won't be long before the colony is overrun. I recommend we beam down to help the miners while we can. Oh, this isn't good. According to our readings, over half the colony has been overrun by the Klingons. At the rate they're moving, this area will fall in less than an hour. Right. Lead the way, Captain. I've got your back.
Lay the gate closed! We have to get out of here!
And leave the others to die?
Starfleet's
here! Help them! Oh, thank goodness.
Hi.
Thanks. We didn't think anyone got our distress signal. Glad that's not true. We were about to surrender. We didn't have any weapons. We do have some spare armor suits for you and your officers, though. They're in the crates next to the gate. This code will open the gate. Chief Smythe and some of the others are still in there. I know it's asking a lot, but if you can, please, save them. Here are the codes to the gate. You have to save the Chief and the others.
Retrieve armor.
Press the U key to view your status or the status of your ship and bridge officers.
Invisible walls.
I get an extra one? Hey, that's a bit of cheat. Unless they've done it deliberately. In the old tutorial, you only got one for you and one for your individual NPC that you brought along with you. I brought my engineer, whereas in the actual storyline, I should have tactical off. As I have my chronodynamic armor from my pre-order of the game all those years ago, I don't need my piece. There we go, I've managed to outfit all my NPC friends with body armor.
Hey, be careful. There's a lot of Klingons down there.
Pew 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 pew. At least you guys aren't getting converted into Borg like the people in the other tutorial.
Your Starfleet can't help you now. Please, stop! Help!
Klingon killed that civilian. Cold blood. It's Klingon honor.
Thank you.
Get off there.
We're saved!
Yay, Starfleet!
It's just us up here, Captain. No sign of Sabrova or Ticonderoga.
Open colony gates. Bank damage.
Stay back! I'm warning you! Hang on. You're Starfleet.
You were the one who contacted us, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here. As I'm sure you can guess, we're all a little on edge. If it wasn't for Fletcher visiting family here, I'd have eaten a disruptor place by now. Not to be critical, but where are the rest of you? Oh, that's not good. We're in big trouble. These Klingons mean business. They've locked us out of the mine, probably down there robbing us blind while we speak. No way we can beam anyone down to stop them. And they've probably killed all our security there by now. Glad to hear it. We're definitely going to need that help. There's some gear in those crates. Use it.
Thanks. Healing powers.
I know you want to shut down that security field on the mine, but I have an idea. Hear me out, okay? Okay. I think we can hook up the field emitter to the power core and modify it to broadcast the
This
field over
bit
the
of
entire
combat
facility.
I'm in,
It's a short-term
all
solution,
I
but
can
it could be what we need to keep the Klingons from getting any more of their troops
is
down there.
every now and then I can't help but
Reading a device at the base of the mine
think that's what she
you
said.
can set up a jumper between it and the main command
For some of the
console.
comments
You'll be
going
able
on.
to reroute the field's power flow. That'll open up the mine for you and set up things for my plan. All right, we're in business. Almost. I'm gonna need someone to be my hands down there.
Dang it,
Hey,
Fletcher.
nice work. Perfect timing, too. I can hear the Klingons coming. We're about to have some really unpleasant company. Lend me your communicator. If your engineer can walk me through it, I'll get the job done. Just keep them off me, okay?
Right. Here they come. Let them have it!
Dirty Klingons.
Okay. I need you to pull the actuator, invert it, and jam it back in. Trust me.
I see what you mean.
Okay, it's in there. I think I got it.
Now manually cycle the power while forcing a short through the jumper. Oh, and don't electrocute yourself. Please.
That all you got? Okay, Chief. Anytime now.
Look, I'm doing this as fast as I can. I'm a miner, not an engineer.
Guess you had the advantage of having grenades that you can throw on you.
I didn't use them.
All I've got is a heal. As they're not actually hitting me, not really much use. Though I do like the weapon effects, they're quite cool. Bit Star Warsy, but visually very cool.
Okay, got it.
Good job, Chief. The field looks stable.
The system is still clear, Captain, but those Klingon ships are getting closer. The faster you can finish up down there, the better. Least I could do. Thank you for putting your lives on the line here. We won't forget it. You didn't have to come help us, least of all by yourselves. But we're really happy you did.
You got it. There's no way I'm sitting around and letting the Klingons take this place without a fight. Oh, and sorry about that whole phaser in the face thing earlier. Won't happen again. Klingons worry about me, not the other way around. Let's go.
Hang on.
You Klingons aren't so tough when your targets shoot back, huh?
Different.
Locked. I suppose we'll just have to knock.
Boom, boom, boom.
What? The bombing has stopped. Something's wrong. Secure the dilithium and prepare it for immediate transport.
Damn.
No!
That's one tough Klingon.
Not so fast, Klingon. You're done here.
Ow! Get out my face!
Kronos while you still can.
Ow, ow, ow. He's got a Destiny Batleth.
Captain, we're picking up some strange energy readings near your position. What's going on down there? Did Ev shoot a reactor or something? That could be a problem. It might be pulling more power than it should. Give me a sec, I need to run some numbers. Hold on. Okay. I pulled the specs on that unit. It's an older model, but it gets the job done. It uses 2 oscillating beams instead of a fixed pulse. Uh-oh. Well, I'm seeing 3 possible outcomes to this rig overloading. Outcome 3. You managed to trigger an emergency shutdown before the rig goes nuclear. Still a bad thing, nuclear. Not as bad as, say, a warp core breach, but still bad, so we should definitely try to avoid that. Okay, I found the emergency shutdown mechanism, and good news, it's really easy to operate. It's just a pair of simple switches on 2 separate consoles that have to be activated at the same time. I don't know, I guess it was built that way so a single disgruntled miner couldn't shut down the whole operation. Miners get disgruntled, you know? You can do this. Ask around, see if there are any locals. They might be able to assist.
Oh. Yep.
Good job, Captain. The security field is still standing, the mine secure, and you didn't blow up.
Yay, I didn't blow up.
The Klingons are still on their way.
It's a good day.
Did.
Here when you're ready to beam up.
No, I didn't.
Captain, the colony's security field is holding strong. There's still a lot of Klingon ships heading our way, though. We need to leave, and soon. But there's a problem. Civilian ships travel through here frequently. We need to warn them about the Klingons, or they could warp into the middle of a war zone.
Absolutely. We could even remotely program the signal on a satellite as we leave the system, which we should soon. The message won't get very far, but anyone who enters the system will get the signal and be able to turn around before it's too late.
We've definitely got their attention, Captain. Here
Oop.
they come.
Target's shield has failed.
Getting a real Kobayashi Maru feeling down here, Captain. Just being honest.
Today, you will die as warriors, Starfleet.
Ah, hi, Subrova.
Sorry we're late. Need a hand?
Target's shield has failed.
Korvac 2 is ours, Starfleet. You have lost.
Oh, that's a big fleet.
They won't take us without a fight, Captain.
Shield has failed.
You started the party without us? I'm disappointed.
What ships came in? Ticonderoga, Miyamoto, and the Glen.
As they say on Earth, cavalry has arrived. All ships.
The Cavalry?
Open fire.
Cavalry! Miyamoto is another Malachowski class. The Glen is one of the crossfields. Know what happens to the Glen as a result of Season 1 of Discovery. Ticonderoga. She clearly wasn't the Battle of the Binary Stars, but that ship class was. Quite a little fight there.
We stood our ground at the Araucanus Arm until the situation became untenable. After we disengaged, we were able to reach Starfleet and call for backup. Others will be arriving as soon as they can. We can't afford to lose this system to the Klingons. Don't mention it. You do the same where our situation's reversed. I believe Captain Schaefer would be proud of you and your crew, Captain. Your efforts to defend the Federation are commendable. My report will indicate this. Apart from your valor in combat, I'm particularly impressed by your work with the local satellites. Turning them into distant warning beacons was quite clever. Those signals will save a lot of lives. Indeed. I'm sure Starfleet Command has detailed plans for defending Corvan. For now, however, your work here is done. You're to report to the Sol system with the civilians you've rescued. Once you arrive, report to Admiral Kensington for debriefing. Fletcher would make a fine addition to your senior staff. I'll make a note of it in my report to Starfleet Command. You've done well under extraordinary circumstances. Anton's ship
Right,
is in
there's
good hands.
Kensington.
Keep up the good work. Shran out.
Congratulations. Done all we can, Captain. Let's get to safety while we still can.
Wow, the Admiral's office is full of people.
After everything we went through out there, going
So,
to Professor Shermer's advanced
Bob.
physics class doesn't seem as scary now. I mean,
We can
what's
join up
string
as a
theory
team now.
compared to dodging Klingon
I'm
disruptor
logging
blasts
off.
or trying to keep
Ah.
the warp core stable.
I have
Speaking of scary,
gym
think Admiral
tomorrow.
Kensington's gonna go easy on you. The ship did kind of get beat up. A little. Okay, a lot.
Got a new gun.
What instance are you in?
Number 7.
I'm in number 2.
I transfer to 2, so I'll be able to see your crazy ass character. Ah, it's full. You'll have to transfer to me. Oh, 7's full as well.
Yours is also full.
The 10 has 0 players.
Transfer.
Mather. Tiny! It's a bit creepy. Alright, let's go report to Admiral Kensington.
The Admiral's office is this way.
Hi, Admiral.
Thanks for coming. You've been through a lot.
Demotes. Damn
Starfleet
it.
Command
Demotes.
appreciates your efforts,
Chat.
especially at the Corvin system.
Oh,
I do as well.
it's not quite right. Oh well.
I've read the official reports, but I'd like to hear your take on it all, in your own words. This Ja'ula has become quite a thorn in our side. You're fortunate. Very few have survived combat with her. Our agents are on the hunt for Ja'ula as we speak.
Ja'ula.
Being the sister of Takuvma will be quite a blow to Klingon morale. Rest assured, you're not the only one who wants her to pay for her crimes. Neither do I, unfortunately. Well then, based on what I'm seeing here, you're exactly the kind of officer Starfleet needs now. I know your ship might not be the Enterprise, but you've proven yourself capable of sitting in her center chair. The job's yours if you want it. Yes, under normal circumstances, it would take years of work to get your own command. But these aren't normal circumstances. The war isn't going well for us. We don't have the luxury of waiting years before putting good officers on the line. We need them out there right now. We need you. Yes, Corvin would have been a disaster if it weren't for you and your crew. Starfleet wants to recognize that. Therefore, as of now, I'm making your promotion and command official. I see the same things in you that Schaefer did. Honor his name and make us all proud. I wouldn't recommend it. I have it on good authority. I'm quite a terror when crossed. On to more mundane duties, You'll need to check in with the tailor and update your uniform in a manner appropriate to your new rank.
You said I won't
After
let you
that,
down.
Acquire a
And
shuttle
that's
for
what
your ship.
that threw me
When
off
you're
as well.
finished,
I
return
was like,
to
well,
me
what
for
did I
new
say?
orders.
You don't look unhappy. And that's good, right?
Speak with a tailor.
And change everything about yourself. It's exhausting running around out here.
With your tiny, tiny legs.
I'm logging off in a minute. I'm just running over to the thing and then I'm logging off.
Have you got Tilly following you round as well?
Yeah. Could have sworn she said the various shops. Oh, sorry, we've just cut in line.
Oh yeah, we did cut in line. Sorry, cadets.
Yeah, so I'm now like a higher rank than you, maybe. I can't tell what's this person's rank. Can you tell?
I cannot. It's in the. I noticed in Discovery when I was watching it.
You know what? I don't think these people
last night.
realize
It's pips on the actual badge itself.
You guys are all just waiting here, but they keep saying next, and no one's coming. So if no one's gonna go, I'll go.
Sneak, 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 sneak.
The shipyard officer is this way.
Yeah.
Nice. It really suits you.
What? I didn't change anything, Tilly. To this guy?
Lieutenant.
He can't see me. There we go.
The cadets have the black badge thing at the back.
Yeah. Apparently you can just run and talk to them and that's about it.
Oh, you doing it triggered it for me as well.
The Kensington. Okay, now I'm lost. Let's go back to the way we came. But... Oh, it's because the arrow's white, isn't it?
Looks like you're all set. Hey, don't keep the Admiral waiting.
Did you get your shuttlecraft?
Yeah. Did it skip that for you?
Yeah, the mission moved on, but I went and spoke to the guy and asked about shuttles, and it gave me a shuttlecraft.
Yeah, that's it. You just needed to talk to them. You didn't even need to go into the thing.
Still can't get the Discovery starter pack yet. I want my Walker class, damn it!
Secrets. There we are. Is that it now? Now what
Secrets is the first in the proper Discovery mission.
Yep, it's popped up. Age of Discovery starter pack. What's the bonus of getting this then?
Congratulations on your promotion. I will let you know when I have a new task
Oh,
for
it's
you.
the scalable ship, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah.
I have a mission for you.
If you have a look at the Zen store on the ships, the price for it outside of the pack is like 1,200. Whereas with a pack with a 50% off, you get the pack for like 750 and then all the extras on top of it.
Technology, but an attack that far into
bugs me
Federation
that it's a
space is
cruiser.
bold, even for them. Find out what's going on and render any assistance they might need at the station, if it still exists.
I take it those sniper rifle and stun pistol, do they scale with your level?
No. Bye.
Oh yeah, they don't have a number next to them, so they scale.
Yeah,
level
they
as well.
scale. Yeah.
You people can have my better guns. Right, there we go. That's me done. Oh, you don't even need to have the tardigrade companion in your inventory. Sorry, just sat in your inventory, not in your devices.
Yep.
And still connect with it.
Yeah, all your companions are the same. Tardigrades everywhere!
Right, I'm going to go back outside and position myself ready to go. Ah! Tilly's interrupted me.
Oh.
You survived! Then again, you survived fighting House Smoke-Eye. Admiral Kensington must have been a walk in the park for you. I guess this is goodbye. At least for now. You've got a ship and a crew to take care of, and I still have to graduate. Hey, do you think they'll use your ship for the cadet cruise next year? If they do, put in a good word for me? Ah, great. Hey, I liked being your chief engineer out there. It would be an honor to do that again, Captain. Oh man, this is hard. Stay
She
safe,
just
okay?
dissolved.
This war won't last forever. And I hope we're both doing
Tilly
what Starfleet does
dissolved.
best soon. Exploring the galaxy, strange new worlds, all that.
Right, I'm going to run to the tailor and then log off.
Gotta activate my Walker class.
Your what?
Walker class, the new ship. Pack.
No, that's also down here, isn't it? It's so far.
Tiny legs!
It's just so far. Where's the other ship?
Oh, it is in the... Nope. Nope. Actually, where's that guy? Here. Fire? Where did it say it goes? I should have read it. Tier 1. There she is. Tier 1 ships. Claim.
What's yours called?
I haven't named it yet, but it defaulted to the USS Runner.
Oh, mine was Harding. I want to change it to Belding. Like the guy from Saved by the Bell. Presume I still need to replace all these all the gear on it. or is that all level with you at all?
The gear?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It doesn't have any circles or anything, but it doesn't also say it's level 1.
Manage starships. I think it's just the hit points and things that level with it. But you at least get the full set of console slots and all that, which is nice. So you're starting at R level with a ship with four forward weapons and 3 aft weapons. The full 4 device slots. So I've got my game set so that it automatically populates with better equipment if I've got it on the old one. So under the options section, the basic tab, move equipped items to newly readied ship got switched on. So it automatically moved my green level stuff over. What's this special? Cyclical polarity modulator. Incoming damage heals shields. Quite tanky.
Stop putting that thing on the other ship.
What name shall I assign it? I don't. What shall I call my ship here? What shall I call my ship?
Trevor.
Trevor?
Yeah. The Trevor. What's wrong with calling your ship Trevor? Cyclical polarity modulator as well.
What's a good? What's a What was the Shenzhou's registration? 12 something.
Dunno.
Because the default for the registry numbers is in the 9s for the 2409 era, where you got the 90,000 registration. USS Shenzhou was NCC 1227. So let's do it at 1224 because I like that number. It's a double. There you go. USS Hyperstream. Field battery. Weapons battery. Wide beam phaser. An auto upgrading phaser stun pistol. You, science officer, will have the stun pistol. Caroline will have the gun. And spare bit of body armor.
That's weird. Just realised I've got some emitter-linked phaser beam arrays and then some regular phaser beam arrays. Some of these phaser beam arrays are emitter-linked, and that's why they've got these plus to shield healing and hit points.
Are they the special? They might be the special auto scaling ones, or are they? I don't know. The fancy ones, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm putting them back.
That's got more damage. Gonna have to look at phoenixing them, making them like gold with the upgrade system. So apparently it won't let me. Yeah, you can't. Torpedo, anything fancy? Torpedo standard.
This has a different picture on one than the other for some reason.
Why is that shield array better? Oh. They're exactly the same when they... Weird statsing.
It might be the emitter linked phaser beam arrays. +5 shield capacity.
I have to look at these in orbit. Oh, she did the button press instead of the tricorder thing, the communicator thing. That's
right. And that's me.
So the Walker class has cruiser commands on it. Powers again.
Wow, that's interesting. Cool. I'm off. See you whenever.
Oh, deal.
Bye.
We've got the cruiser commands, weapon efficiencies, give bonuses to myself and allies. Shield frequency gives bonuses shields to myself and allies. Strategic maneuvering gives speed and maneuverability to myself. Tracked fire increases my threat rating, gives me damage resistance, gives damage bonuses for every ally that I've got near me within 5 kilometers, increases threat generation of nearby ally. I won't start secrets now. I shall wait until Hugh is up for some more gaming and we can do secrets together with Ellen and Tiny Guy blasting the way through the episode. I will be calling it there. I'm probably going to continue playing some Star Trek Online, but I'm calling it there for the stream, and I hope you all have learnt a few bits and pieces, enjoyed seeing the new Discovery stuff. I'm really impressed. I love the art that they've done. The Star Trek Online story guys have done a fantastic job so far as well. The tutorial, even though it's identical to the previous tutorial for the most part, it doesn't feel jarringly identical. And the look and feel of the starships from Discovery doesn't... When I first watched Discovery last year, the look of the starships were very jarring to me in that it's supposed to be in the original series era and they look completely out of place, but the Star Trek Online guys with their fiction blogs and everything, that given that their stories now in Star Trek Online, that in the Age of Discovery stuff is canon, means they're fiction blogs, so a canon. So these ships now, in my head, fit far better into the original series storyline. And it's wonderful, given that we only ever saw a Constitution class in the original series, because that's all they could afford. It's wonderful seeing different ships in the original series era the Agents of Yesterday stuff. Star Trek Online also is brilliant in that respect. Their ships that they put in there was brilliant. These are all from the actual TV show. So the Malachowski class here, the Walker class that have now got the Crossfield class, the ones that were at the Battle Royal, they're all from the Battle of the Binary Stars. You see that there. In the trailer for Season 2, you also get to see a Malachowski crash on a planetoid somewhere. The Star Trek Online guys will also be bringing the Discovery era looking Constitution class upgrades as well at some point. Nice to see. Alright. Hope you have fun. Tune in probably... Well, tomorrow we've got Warfare Wednesday. Don't know what we're gonna do for that. If Q's about, we could do this again and continue on because we are in the war with the Klingons, so it counts for Warfare Wednesday. Thursday we have a special again. We don't normally do streams on Thursdays, but this time we will be doing a raid in Destiny 2 if we can get the numbers. It will be our first ever raid. We will suck, but it will be fun to laugh at us. Friday there's no stream as usual. Saturday is Saturday Shenanigans, and pretty much play it by ear on what we do on Saturday Shenanigans. Sunday we're back to either Solo Sunday or Star Wars Sunday, depending on how I feel. So hopefully see you tomorrow for tomorrow's stream. Goodbye, thank you for watching, and good night.